Hey, it's DDD. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today, I'm back and happy to share my first WWE pay-per-view predictions for the women's matches at the Elimination Chamber. Okay, so first off, let me just start by saying that I am so excited that we have three different women's matches on the card. Let's talk about that though. I mean, I don't think that's even been done before on any Raw or SmackDown, but a pay per view. I'm slayed. Now, if I happen to be wrong about the whole three women thing, let me know in the comments below. But remember, I said three matches, not three segments. What makes me even more geeked for this, though, is the fact that all three matches are actually on the pay-per-view show, you know? None of them are pre-show matches. Things like this remind me why I like the brand split, because it has definitely aided in giving the women more opportunities. So, before I start rambling like I always do, and y'all be here for half the day, let me just jump into it. So, buckle up your seat. Okay. Obviously, Elimination Chamber is a SmackDown Live brand pay per view. The three women's matches we have scheduled are Becky Lynch versus Mickie James, the returning Mickie James, Nikki Bella versus Natalia, and Alexa Bliss versus Naomi for the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Slayed. Now, when I make predictions for each of these matches, I'm going to further elaborate on it so you guys can get exactly where I'm coming from. You feel me? So, I'm predicting these matches also in the order I believe they will take place as well. Oh yeah, we're Paddywop predicting here. Anything goes. But with that being said, the first women's match I am going to predict is Becky Lynch versus Mickie James. First off, let me just start by saying that I really like this angle with her and Becky. I am so over the moon about Mickie being back, as anyone knows who has watched any of my recent videos. I like it because I feel it. You know, this story between her and Becky, I feel it. I'm team Mickie all the way, and that's okay. She was a part of the era of women's wrestling when I started watching as a kid, and I can relate to her bitterness in a way, like her character, as far as the ignorance is bliss, but forgotten and unmentioned history of the women's division, specifically during her era. Women like Trish and Lita get mentioned every now and then. That's it. It drives me fucking crazy that the women of my era get snubbed. Women like Mickie James, Michelle McCool, Beth Phoenix, Melina, dare I say Eve Torres and Candice Michelle. These women were all someone at some point in the WWE and at one point in time. So I'm not saying, everyone has to be in love with all of them. I'm just saying the least they deserve is respect for their time, efforts, and they deserve way more recognition from WWE. Now, for my prediction. I predict that these two will have actually the best match quality out of the three matches on the card for the women, and Mickie James is going to get the win here. And she should. I'm going to explain why. Mickie is one of the most decorated women in WWE history. No doubt a future Hall of Famer. She first really returned at NXT TakeOver Toronto late last year, where she challenged Asuka for the NXT Women's title. Obviously, she didn't win that match. Why? To put Asuka over. Fair enough. Mickie has already paid a due. She's already put a current star, or, excuse me, really a future one at that, over. Let me make something clear. Mickie James is back on a full-time schedule. She's here, guys, and she deserves more than just putting other women over. If you say that to me, I think that's pure bullshit. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You guys honestly think that Mickey came back to be jobbed out? Well, congratulations. You played yourself. I definitely think Mickey is going to win, and she should because she needs the credibility coming back and all. Becky Lynch is an underdog. It's okay for her to lose, guys. That is a part of her story. I am so tired of Becky fans whining and bitching everywhere about her getting her ass kicked. She's a fucking horsewoman. All right, her career is basically written in stone. She'll be fine. The four horsewomen do not have to always be on top. Jeez. I knew I was gonna get passionate in this video. Now, Mickey could lose here for Becky to finally get some kind of revenge because she has been losing. She has been losing a lot lately. But I would only be okay with it if Mickey comes out on top because I'm not here for WWE or any of the universe shitting on her legacy. Mickey James matters. The next match is Nikki Bella versus Natalya. Now, for this particular match, I understand that there are some fans who don't really like the feud. They think it's crappy or whatever the case may be. Personally, I've liked the feud. I'm not saying it's great, but I do think it is good in its own right. You know what I mean? Like Nikki and Natalya, they've taken good personal digs at one another, in my opinion. They've been very physical with one another. They can't even be around each other without brawling. So, I mean, I kind of feel like, what more do you really want? Natalya dropped a pipe bomb. I mean, for the abilities and the talents and the skills that both Nikki and Natalya have, they've definitely, in my opinion, made the most of this feud with what they could do, with what they had to work with. Now, with the rumor going around that Nikki may semi-retire due to her neck injury still nagging her after WrestleMania this year, I'm starting to believe that now this whole storyline that she has with Natalya is kind of a last ditch effort to put Natty over. Because Nikki will be kind of like not around as much soon, and this is a perfect opportunity for her to put someone over. And obviously, if that rumored WrestleMania match is to come to fruition, I guess obviously she would be on the winning end. So I'm going to go with Natalya here to win this match. And I definitely believe that she should win because I just believe that she doesn't have any credibility right now. Nikki has credibility because she had her feud with Carmella. She was fresh out of that. And she beat Carmella twice at 2 pay-per-views. So she has momentum. She can afford a loss at this point. Natalya can't afford a loss. She's been losing a lot lately herself. And I feel like in a way this is also a good chance for WWE to redeem themselves for how they basically kind of fucked up her heel turn the first time around. I mean, I guess they tried because they gave her the singles match with Becky. But I feel like they didn't creative weren't really effective with like how they booked her heel turn, and then even still they gave up too easy, and then you kind of have her turn into a jobber for a couple of months and she's losing consistently. I mean, they made her tap out to Carmella, for crying out loud. I mean, nothing against Carmella, but I'm just saying, like, Natalya's a submission specialist, and for you guys to make her tap out to Carmella, I personally didn't really care for that. But my point is, I feel like Natalya as a heel before wasn't really credible. Now is the opportunity for WWE to fix that mistake and make her credible again. And what a way to start. What other better way would there be to start at this point than getting a win over someone who is as popular as Nikki Bella? So I'm hoping that WWE is thinking like this and that this is what's going on. You know what? To be honest, I don't know why I have this weird feeling because the Bellas and Natalya have always been good friends behind the scenes. This is why, this rivalry is also kind of interesting for me because I know that And I feel like this may have kind of been Nikki's idea in a way to kind of like put Natalia over, because I feel like the Bellas have empathy for Natalia because they know that she hasn't really received a lot of opportunities throughout her career, and she hasn't really accomplished too much. She's just always kind of been around floating. So I feel like Nikki is more than happy to do this for Natalia. Obviously we really don't know until we watch, but this is just my prediction. I predict that Natalia is going to win, and I hope she does, because I feel like this would be a good way to put her over. Even if whatever, I don't know if they'll try to have Nikki have some type of revenge where she beats her on like the next SmackDown or something stupid like that. I hope they don't do that, because that's what they did with her and Becky when they had their feud. But I mean, I don't mind Nikki getting a win over Natalia, but I at least want Natalia to win here. I feel like she needs this pay-per-view win. So that's my prediction. I predict that Natalia will win. And for what I'm considering the main event of the three women's matches, because it's a title match, we have the SmackDown Women's Champion Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. Now, I want to take this time to reiterate again, because I reacted to it when she returned in my last video. But I am very, 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 very happy that WWE are giving Naomi another chance to shine. But to be honest, it's not just really about the fact that she's getting a chance to shine because she's in an angle and she has a match at a pay-per-view. To be honest, I really just have a gut feeling that this is going to end in Naomi winning the title from Alexa. And I'm just so excited because I feel like this is very well deserved for Naomi. Now, as far as my predictions for this match, what I honestly think is going to happen is Alexa is going to retain here, because Naomi already has 2 wins over Alexa, and in order to, I guess, not bury Alexa, she should get one back on Naomi. However, it should be through dirty tactics. Mickie can come out and distract Naomi to add another layer to their feud, where she's kind of, whatever, she has to kind of get through Mickie to get to Alexa after Mickie gets her win from Becky, type of thing. So she can come out and cause a distraction, or whatever, how it happens. Naomi can lose here, but still have a case to continue the challenge. I don't want her to lose clean. I'm predicting that she's not going to lose clean as well, because like I said, I do have faith. So I predict that that's what's going to happen. And I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because that's WrestleMania, but I'm predicting that she's going to lose here so that the story can be continued and that she will win the title at WrestleMania in her hometown of Orlando, Florida. Now, I understand that some people might think she could possibly win at the Elimination Chamber because they may want her to walk in to WrestleMania as the SmackDown Women's Champion, which isn't, I guess, completely out of the realm of possibility. But I feel like they kind of want to push this underdog thing with Naomi because she's just been fighting to get to the top for so long. So I feel like they're going to want to milk that and have her really become over and get the fans behind her, type of thing, because she is starting to get the fans behind her. And they're gonna capitalize on that at WrestleMania in her hometown. And I think that's gonna be a great moment. I feel like it's well deserved. I respect everyone's opinion. I'm not gonna lie, I can get a little passionate when it comes to Naomi because I honestly feel like she's underrated. Like, I don't want to overrate her either, because I don't think she's the greatest. I don't think she's the best woman in the company, or really even technically on the roster. As far as best pure wrestler, that obviously either goes to Becky or Natalia or Mickie. But with Naomi, I just still feel like she's good. She's a good performer. She has her high flying style, and one thing I want to address that I didn't address previously when I talked about Naomi is I don't like the fact that people keep going out of their way to say, or as a matter of fact, I did address this, but either way, I'll say it again. I don't like the fact that people keep saying this saying that she botches too much. They all botch All the women botch. They all have their moments. Even the men have their moments where things look sloppy or things don't look right. At the end of the day, she's performing high risk maneuvers. So there's always a chance that something may not be perfect. Excuse her because she's not perfect. But I honestly feel like people are being over dramatic and they just want to make it look bigger than what it is. She doesn't botch all the time. She really doesn't. I honestly can't even remember the last time Naomi botched. As a matter of fact, I don't think Naomi's botched. The last time Naomi botched, I believe, was at Backlash in that six pack challenge thing for the inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion, where that spot with her and Natalia where she was supposed to flip over the ropes and then flip back. That was the last time I believe Naomi botched. I don't remember any other time after that where she really botched. So I don't know where this thing with her is coming on because where it's coming from, because she's had a few slip ups in the past. Like, if you're talking about something that happened a couple of years ago, you can kill me with that right now. So, like I said, I feel as though Naomi's talented, and besides just her doing the high fly moves, for all of you who want to say, oh, she's just athletic, Naomi has proven that she has match quality too. If you guys watch back her matches with Paige, especially on Main Event, but just period, her and Paige have chemistry. Naomi's a good in-ring worker, so I don't understand where some of this hate is coming from when it comes to her. I will give people that, yes, she's not the most charismatic and most whatever, like, engage you with her personality type of chick. But at the end of the day, I just feel like that's not an excuse, because we've had several women in the past be pushed who didn't have charisma. Charlotte, it's arguable if she has charisma, and she's supposed to be #1 Flair girl right now. Women's champion on Raw. It's arguable if she has charisma. And if she does have a bit of charisma, she's definitely gained it over time. She's learned how to make herself sound more believable, because she didn't always have it, but that never stopped WWE from believing in her. Michelle McCool lacked charisma. First Divas champion. First woman to win the Divas and the Women's champion. Future Hall of Famer. So my point is, we're not about to pick and choose who isn't charismatic, but who we want to push. If they're talented, the main thing is about getting it done in the ring. And Naomi is passable enough on the mic and as a person to get it done. I believe that she deserves her opportunity. It's not because she's black, for all of you who want to jump to conclusions and just jump the bait. I feel like for those of you who say that people want Naomi to win just because she's black, it almost makes me think that you don't want her to win because she's black. Because why is that the first thing you go to? Like, I understand some people, they do reach for the race car and they say that they believe it's because it's black. Well, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone is entitled, if they believe that that's why she's been held back, that's what they believe. But at the end of the day, you cannot speak for every Naomi fan and say that that's just what we all think. And even if that is what we think, we are entitled to that. And just because we think WWE may be racist, it doesn't mean that we want her to win because she's black. That's not what that means. We want her to win because she's talented, and we don't want the fact that she's black to hold her back. Because like I said, if we're looking past color, the only thing you're really arguing is her personality and her mic skills, which, like I said, you guys pick and choose who you want to make exceptions to that. Daniel Bryan, for crying out loud, is someone who was considered one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time. What is one of the things he's most known for? Lacking charisma. But he's over as hell. So I think I'm proving my point here. I feel like Naomi has been there for years. She's paid her dues. She's constantly came up on the short, she's constantly ended up on the short end of the stick. And now I feel like it's her time to get her just reward. She deserves to enjoy the fruits of her labor. And honestly, I believe if she doesn't get her opportunity at WrestleMania, she should leave. Maybe not right away, but maybe this year should be her last year, because she's not getting any younger. And she, she said before on Total Divas that she wants a family eventually. And it's either you're going to do it or you're not. You're going to push the girl, you're going to give her a chance, or you're not. It's as simple as that. So I'm hoping that it's a go. I believe that it's going to be a go. I have faith that it's going to be a go. So we'll see. But those are my predictions. I'm predicting Mickey, Natty, Alexa. So that sounds like, you know what I mean? The Hills are going to have quite a night. Obviously, these are predictions though, so not facts. You know, when you hear that though, like when you see the matches on paper and you kind of hear like, but all the Hills are winning, it kind of makes you want to think, nah, one of the faces might win. So I'm prepared for that wild card, but just looking at the matches and looking at everything for what it is, I really just see it more so going towards the people that I picked. And it's funny that all the people I'm actually predicting are people that I, at the same time, want to win because I know how to separate what I predict versus what I want. What I'm predicting, I actually think it, you know what I mean, may happen, and it is what I want to happen. So, as far as the Alexa Bliss Naomi thing, though, I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't mind if she won at Elimination Chamber, but at the same time, I feel like I would rather her have that big moment at WrestleMania because I really feel like she deserves that. So, I wouldn't mind it, but I would rather Naomi win at WrestleMania. So on that note, because this video has been running over 20 minutes and I don't want to keep you guys all day, I'm going to end it here. You guys got the tea from me, D. This was my first pay-per-view prediction, so I'm happy about that. And that was it, bruh. Like the video if you agree with what I said, if you agree with my predictions. Comment if you agree and you want to just add your your opinion, something you want to say. If you disagree and you believe the winner is going to be someone else, whether it's Becky instead or Nikki instead or Naomi instead, let me know if that's how you feel. Tell me why you feel that way and we'll have a discussion. My few subscribers know anyone who comments, I reply. So don't be afraid. And subscribe for more videos because I'm going to be back on Sunday for the Elimination Chamber to do my first official pay-per-view reaction. And don't worry, guys. I'm going to do it this time. I know I guys kind of let you down with the Royal Rumble, but trust me, I'm going to be there for Elimination Chamber. I got 3 women's matches to look forward to. I did at the Rumble too. Oh, as a matter of fact, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, the Rumble had 3 women's matches. But 2 of them were on the pre-show. So either way, I rest my case. Alright. This has been D. Peace and chicken grease. And I'm out. Bye.